Hi, it's Anthony Iannarino. Last week I put out a video called How to Be More Compelling. And after that video went out, I received a note from a viewer who said, when are you going to write and when are you going to speak to my problem? And let me tell you how he framed up his problem. He framed it up this way. I'm bad at prospecting and I'm good at closing. There's a couple things to start with. First, prospecting is closing, and you have to know that and you have to believe it. When you're prospecting, you're asking for the first commitment, and that first commitment is the commitment for time and the commitment to explore the potential value that you can create for your dream client. So prospecting is a form of closing because it's commitment gaining. Now I know there are a whole bunch of people who don't believe this. They believe that when they send an email, they're prospecting. They believe that when they're on social media and they're tweeting and they're sharing and they're talking to people, they think that's prospecting. I know people who believe when they send out that white paper or that case study or whatever it is that can create tremendous value for the dream client, they think, I'm prospecting when I do those things. But you're not prospecting. What you're doing is nurturing the relationships, you're winning mind share, and you're gonna make prospecting and asking for that commitment a whole lot easier. But it's not prospecting until you pick up the phone or you get face-to-face and you ask for that commitment to explore working together. That's prospecting. So it is impossible to be bad at prospecting and good at closing, because if you're bad at prospecting, you're bad at closing, and that's the way that this works. The fact that this viewer believes that he's bad at prospecting and says, I'm bad at prospecting, is the root of the reason that he's not getting the results he wants when he prospects. And here's how this works. We humans are great at one thing, and that's rationalizing. And when we say, I suck at cold calling, I hate it, I'm no good at it, what we're doing is rationalizing. We're wonderful rationalizing creatures, and we're absolving ourselves of the responsibility to get better. This viewer sent me a note that said, I would rather delegate cold calling to someone else. Listen, if someone else is better at gaining that first commitment than you are, they're a better closer than you are, so there's no reason to delegate it to them. They should be selling on their own right. But other people have other beliefs. I hear the same thing in other places. They say things like, I'm a procrastinator. I just procrastinate. And by putting on that mantle and putting on that identity, they are in fact a procrastinator and they'll never get better. So here's the big takeaway from this. One, prospecting is closing, you have to know that. But two, and even more important is this, your beliefs are what drive your actions. Your actions are what drive your results. So you have to choose your beliefs very carefully. You cannot rationalize, you cannot absolve yourself of the responsibility to get better at what you need to get better at to produce the results that you want to produce. It's Sunday, it's heavy, I know, but go into Monday with the idea that you're going to choose your beliefs, because those beliefs are going to drive your actions and those actions are going to drive your results. I'm Anthony Iannarino. I'll see you next week.